Imagine waking up to find your wheelchair won't charge, or struggling to breathe while your cough assist machine sits broken. Waiting weeks for a replacement part sucks in pending approval. For people with spinal muscular atrophy, these aren't rare emergencies. They're everyday realities that steal independence instantly. Medical equipment isn't about convenience. It's about dignity, safety, and the fundamental ability to live on your own terms. When a wheelchair doesn't fit properly, a lift system fails, or breathing support is outdated, every aspect of life becomes a struggle. Today, we're exploring how inadequate medical equipment impact people with SMA and why proper tools aren't luxuries, they're lifelines. Limited accessibility. For someone with SMA, adaptive equipment is the bridge between isolation and participation in the world. A properly fitted power wheelchair means attending school, going to work, or enjoying time with friends. But when equipment is inadequate, an ill-fitting seat, a mispositioned joystick, or a chair too heavy to transport, simple activities, well, they become monumental challenges. Getting out of bed shouldn't take an hour of struggle, but without a functioning lift system, it does. Using the bathroom becomes stressful when transfer equipment don't fit your needs. Going outside depends on whether your wheelchair can handle the terrain, if the battery is charged, or if your vehicle lift works that day. Inadequate equipment doesn't just limit where you can go, well, it limits who you can be. It forces people with SMA to plan their lives according to equipment limitations rather than their own dreams and goals. The emotional toll, the psychological impact of inadequate medical equipment often goes unspoken, but it's profound. When your wheelchair is in for repairs again, frustration builds. When equipment fails at the last minute and plans get cancelled, disappointment cuts deep. Over time, these experiences chip away at confidence and self-worth. Many individuals with SMA describe constantly fighting for basic dignity. The embarrassment when equipment fails and emergency help is needed. The anxiety wondering if today something will break. The grief of watching peers live freely while stuck waiting for insurance approvals that may never come. Mental health suffers when physical freedom is restricted. Depression and anxiety rates are higher among those whose medical needs aren't met. Being trapped not by the condition itself, but by failing systems and equipment that should be liberating, creates a psychological burden that's hard for others to understand. Health risks. Beyond accessibility and emotional well-being, inadequate equipment poses serious health risks. For individuals with SMA, proper positioning isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. A wheelchair without adequate support can cause severe spinal curvature, pressure sores, and chronic pain. Poor positioning can also compromise lung function, making breathing even harder. Respiratory equipment is particularly critical. When a cough assist machine malfunctions or a ventilator is outdated, the risk of pneumonia and respiratory infections skyrockets. These aren't minor inconveniences. They are life-threatening situations that proper equipment could prevent. Inadequate equipment creates a dangerous cycle. Poor support leads to physical complications, requiring more medical interventions, which further limit quality of life. Well, it's a preventable tragedy that happens far too often. Financial and systemic barriers. Now, here's a harsh reality. Even when people with SMA know exactly what equipment they need, getting it isn't simple. Insurance companies often deny initial requests, requiring appeals that take months or even years. Meanwhile, individuals make do with ill-fitted loaned equipment, outdated models that constantly break, or nothing at all. The financial burden extends beyond approval. Repairs, maintenance, and upgrades often aren't covered. Families go into debt securing what could be basic medical necessities. The system, designed to provide care, instead creates barriers that lead leave vulnerable people even more vulnerable. We can be a part of this change, advocate for better equipment access in your community, support organizations pushing for medical equity, amplify the voices of those living with SMA. Contact your representatives about insurance reform, because no one should have to choose between their health and their independence. No one should suffer because the tools they need are denied, delayed, or inadequate. With awareness, action, and compassion, we can build a world where everyone has access to the equipment that allows them to truly live, well, not just survive. If this message resonates with you, please subscribe to stay informed and be part of this change. Together, we can advocate for better access, raise awareness, and support those who are in need the most. Hit that subscribe button and join us in making a difference.